Hey everyone, it's Emma with Sporcle Live. Welcome to another episode of Sporcle Live on Air. This is my first night hosting, so I hope that you enjoy it as much as I will. I'm coming to you live from New York City, where it is 7 o'clock here. I hope that I have people joining me from all over the place, so feel free to tell me where you're from in the chat box. We want to move on to the next slide. I can tell everyone all about our new virtual trivia. So we're rolling out a new format. I saw that some people were a little upset that we took away the wagering for tonight's game, but in virtual trivia, you'll be able to continue wagering. Virtual trivia is going to operate a lot like our live pub trivia if you've ever played it with us before. So it'll be more personable, a smaller group, and you have the opportunity to win prizes. There's a limited number of spots for each game, so if you're interested, make sure you check it out and sign up. Just go to sporklelive.com/virtual-trivia. Those shows will be hosted by Sporcle, Stump, Opinionation Live hosts, and it'll be hosted over Zoom. So it'll be a different experience, but we're still doing the show as well. All right, let's get to the game. For tonight's game, you'll be answering using Google Forms. So there will be the link provided in the chat box. The first question and sign up are at is.gd/Sporcle Live Answers. So that would be in the chat right now. Remember when you're signing up and putting in your team name to enter the same team name every time. So if you called yourself the Super Team, keep saying the Super Team the whole time. Don't switch it up and say the Team Super or just Super Team. It helps with the scoring, and we want to make sure everyone's scores count. There are 10 questions in the regular round. That hasn't changed. And the easiest question, because this is where we're switching it up from the wagering a little, will be, which is the one that the most teams get correct, will be worth 10 points. The next one will be worth 9, and so on and so forth. the mystery round, and the new final question type. So sit tight for that. I know everyone's going to be excited. Those will come at the end, and I will give an explainer of how both of those work. So who is, and you'll submit your answer for questions 1 through 10 at the link provided. So open up those links, put in those team names, get excited. And if you get lost, you can always go to the chat. The link will be there, and we'll be posting it after each question in case you join late. All right, guys, you ready? Have your categories. So question 1 will be about judges. 2 is about video games. I'm sure a lot of people have been playing those lately. I have. Question 3 on candy. Question 4 will be about NBA players. Question 5 is on presidents. Question 6 is about movie characters. Question 7 is on fashion. Question 8 is about Dr. Seuss. Question 9 is on classic TV. And question 10 will be about creatures. We'll have to wait to find out what kind of creatures we're talking about. All right, question number 1. And remember, when you guys answer these, don't put it in the chat box. Make sure you put it on your answer sheet. Keep the answers to yourself. So question 1, which of the judges on The Voice had their first top 20 single on the Billboard Hot 100 2001 song, Austin? I'll give you guys about 2 minutes or so to submit those answers through your Google form. Yeah, let's have 60 seconds on the clock. See a lot of people from Michigan out there. Welcome, welcome. Also saw someone from Poughkeepsie. That's not too far from me. And I'm glad that you guys like our music. All right, we're back with your answer for question 1. Which of the judges on The Voice had their first top 20 single on the Billboard Hot 100 with the 2001 song Austin? The answer is Blake Shelton. Congrats to everyone that got that. Moving on to question 2 in video games. What 2 words complete the phrase from the 1985 video game Super Mario Bros.? Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in blank blank. I almost said it out loud to all of you. All right, you'll get about 2 minutes to answer that question. Make sure to use the Google form, and if you just joined us, the link is in the chat. All right, about 60 seconds left, everyone. I see we have a special guest from England. They're joining us late, if that's where they're located right now. We have 30 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. And remember, no cheating. And no answering in the chat. Hi, Mike. One of my players from Bar 43 just said hello. Oh, I miss you guys so much. All right. Question number 2. What 2 words complete the phrase from the 1985 video game Super Mario Brothers? Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in, not Wisconsin, another castle. Good job if you got that. Question number 3. What small rectangular candies come wrapped in green foil, imprinted with the company's name written alongside a drawing of a mountain? We'll have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through the Google form. Remember, no Googling, don't put the answers in the chat box, and if you just joined us, you can find the link in the chat for the answers. Right, you guys have about 60 seconds left, and I 100% agree with John Joy that cheating is stupid. I see some Sporklers out there in our chat. Welcome, welcome. 30 seconds remaining. Did this question make you guys want any candy? Because I really want some of this candy right now. Get those answers in. All right, question 3. What small rectangular candies come wrapped in green foil, imprinted with the company's name written alongside a drawing of a mountain? Those are Andy's chocolate mints. I don't know if I've ever bought those myself, but I've definitely taken them from candy bowls in multiple locations. All right, question number 4. Doing so from 1984 to 1986, who is the most recent NBA player to win 3 consecutive MVP awards? Doing so, yes, sorry, I'm in the habit of reading things twice from doing this live. All right, you guys have 2 minutes to submit those answers. And if you're joining us late, the submittal form is in the chat box. I see Nate just had some candy, so I'm jealous. have about 60 seconds left. Do you think the questions are getting a little harder? And are you missing sports? Is Malcolm from Middle Earth from New Zealand? Or from Middle Earth? So you're not missing sports? Okay, all right. They're not for everyone. Get those answers in if you haven't already. Doing so from 1984 to 1986, who is the most recent NBA player to win 3 consecutive regular season MVP awards? That would be Larry Bird. All right. Question number 5. Who is the only U.S. president to appoint more justices to the Supreme Court than Franklin D. Roosevelt? You guys will have about 2 minutes for these answers. And again, if you're joining us late, you can find the link for question number 5 in the chat in just a second. I hope you guys are finding this question a little bit more challenging. I know we got feedback that the early ones were a little easy. You have about 60 seconds left for you to get those answers in. I'm glad that the tunes are appropriate for the question. You guys like that? A little under 30 seconds now. You see that Nate is missing hockey and March Madness. Oh, what are we doing without March Madness? Though it's not March anymore. I forget that sometimes. All right, remember to submit your answers through the Google form if you haven't yet. 5 seconds left. Question 5. Who is the only U.S. president to appoint more justices to the Supreme Court than Franklin D. Roosevelt? That, of course, is George Washington. So I know I mentioned earlier that we're doing virtual trivia, but we also do virtual trivia now for special events. So if your giant family reunion got canceled and you still want to see everyone, you can hire one of our trained hosts to bring you some trivia. If you run your own company and you want some team building exercises or a corporate event, it's great for that too. Just check out sporclelive.com/events to get more information about that. All right, right, we ready for question 6? Boss Tweed, Horace Greeley, P.T. Barnum, and Hellcat Maggie are among the real-life people who were portrayed in what 2002 Martin Scorsese directed film? You have about 2 minutes to submit those answers. And if you're doing this late or you accidentally closed the window, the link will be in the chat. See, Mike is asking about how often these live quizzes are. We try to do them every weekday. So they're at different times during the week, but subscribing to our Sporcle YouTube channel is a great way to find out about them. You guys have 60 seconds left. There will be a show tomorrow at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, so put that on your calendars. You guys have 30 seconds left. Remember to put your answers in your answer sheet and not the chat box. It ruins the fun for everyone. It's like when someone is in the bar and they shout out the answer. No one likes that person. You guys have been doing great tonight, though. I've been screening it. I haven't seen anything yet. Get those answers in. All right, question 6. Boss Tweed, Horace Greeley, P.T. Barnum, and Hellcat Maggie are among the real-life people who were portrayed in what 2002 Martin Scorsese directed film? That is Gangs of New York. Question number 7. In 1986, what fashion designer's company became the first company founded by a woman to make the Fortune 500 list? You guys have about 2 minutes to put those answers into your Google feed. Tomorrow will be themed 90s trivia. I know I'm excited to check that out. And again, it'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and in between, Central Time, that's 9, Mountain Time, that's 8. And if you're playing elsewhere in the world, welcome, but I'm not doing that math for you. Oh yes, the question 7 link. Question 7 link is now in the chat for those of you who are looking for it. You guys have about 60 seconds left. What other themed trivias would you guys be interested in looking at? And by looking at, I mean playing. I don't know why I said that. Ooh, The Office. Harry Potter, that's a good one too. 30 seconds left. Oh, Schitt's Creek. Are you watching that tonight? Last Friday we did a Frozen one for those of you who like Disney. 5 seconds left. Get those answers in. All right, question 7. In 1986, what fashion designer's company became the first company founded by a woman to make the Fortune 500 list? That was Liz Claiborne. Question number 8. What Dr. Seuss book opens with the line, "The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day"? You guys will have about 2 minutes to submit those answers into your Google form. Remember, keep the answers to your Google form and not the chat box. The link is going into the chat right now. Oh, Seinfeld trivia. I would love that. Reality TV. Brother Jimmy's Wreck. I think that would be good. A lot. Yeah, I think just a Tiger King trivia would be a great option. You guys have about 60 seconds left. Breaking Bad from Science Beat. Now, would that include the movie or just the TV show? Or including Better Call Saul as well? Tiger King, question 1, who killed her husband? Now, I think that's a little subjective. You have 30 seconds left. Oh, Roald Dahl trivia, that would be fun. I've been on Sporcle.com. You can find a lot of Roald Dahl trivia games. I'm sure I've played a few already. 10 seconds left to get those answers in. Remy, you're coming up with the zingers. All right, question 8. What Dr. Seuss book opens with the line, "The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day"? That, of course, is The Cat in the Hat. Question 9. What 1960s TV title character was played by 5 different dolphins during its 3-run season? You guys will have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your Google form. If you don't have the form, you can find it in the chat box right now. Kelly, I like your suggestion of 90s movies. I feel like I've been watching a lot of those during this time. But that could apply for tomorrow's game. You know, it's 90s trivia overall, not just one specific genre. You guys have about 1 minute to submit those answers through your form. And remember, submit them through the form, not in the chat box. You have about 30 seconds left. What are you guys doing after the game? I might watch Schitt's Creek, I don't know. Oh, right. I have to read you the answer. Question 9. What 1960s TV title character was played by 5 different dolphins during its 3-season run? That was Flipper, of course, that dolphin. Question number 10. In creatures. A yowie is a creature of folklore that is said to live on which of the 7 continents? You guys will have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your answer form. I love all of your dinner suggestions. I'm having homemade pizza after this, but I like that enchilada casserole idea. Ooh, nachos. I love nachos. You guys have about 60 seconds to submit those answers. Chuck says that Fish is streaming a live show. I've been watching all these free live shows, but I should really take advantage of that right now. Has anyone else caught any good live shows? "30 seconds left. Remember, submit the answer through your answer form. Oh, and if you need the link, it's popping up in just a second. There it is. So submit. "5 seconds left. And question 10. A yowie is a creature of folklore that is said to live on which of the 7 continents? Lives on Australia. And apparently looks like what I would call a Bigfoot. All right, you guys, we have to ask for your help as hosts. A lot of the hosts, if you've played any of our live trivia, that is their only way, their only form of income. So if you can help anyone out during this time while the hosts are not working, you can send money through PayPal, which is sporcle@gmail.com, or you can Venmo the Host Relief Fund, which is Sporcle-Inc. That's INC. So if you have a favorite host and you're thinking of them and you have a few dollars to spare, it can just be $1. You can send it to Sporcle. And if you don't have any money right now, we understand. You can still help us out by subscribing to our YouTube channel, which you're on right now, so it should be pretty easy to hit subscribe. All right, who's ready for our mystery round? I know I am. Here is the link to our mystery round. So you'll type in is.gd/sporclemr, or it'll be in the chat box. There it is. So tonight's mystery round is about food names. I know, everyone's hungry already because I asked and started talking about food. But for this, you'll give the American English names of each of the following foods based on what they're called in British English. So I'll go through the list and then we'll display them all together on the screen, and you will submit your answers through the answer form. All right, who's ready? First one is crisps. If you know the answer, make sure you put it in your mystery round answer form and not the chat box. And a reminder, no cheating. Number 2, that is a courgette. And if you are British and I mispronounce that, I apologize. Number 3 is rocket. And number 4, please tell me what a banger is. All right. I don't know. I need you to tell me. So if you guys need the list, here it is. I'll give you about 2 minutes to submit those answers through the answer form. Remember, don't put them in the chat box. Who liked this mystery theme and who is hungry now because of it? Like Darth Bob's insert obvious banger joke here. I don't know if anyone's an Arrested Development fan, but that's what that kept making me think of. You guys have about 60 seconds left. I just keep seeing David Cross's character. What's his name? Tobias Funke walking around. If you don't watch Arrested Development, you don't really care what I'm saying right now. But if you do, I hope that you have the image in your head now. Well, now you can binge it at home. I just gave you an idea of a great show to watch. You have 30 seconds left. You guys still need the form. The link is in the chat box. But make sure you submit those answers before the time is up for them to count. Yes, I agree. Arrested Development would be a great theme. I would play that game. All right, for the mystery round, I wanted you to give the American English names of each of the following foods based on what they're called in British English. So the answers. Crisps are chips. Number 2, a courgette is a zucchini. Number 3, rocket. How many people were confused by that? That's arugula. The first time I saw that on a menu, I was like, what is this? Question 4, a banger. That is sausage. All right. So I know I mentioned it, but it really helps us out if you guys subscribe to our Sporcle YouTube channel. We have a bunch of different shows, not just this one, but as you see right in the middle, tomorrow's live show is 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. So you'll find those each weekday that we have them. And it's just a fun place to watch some great videos. All right, who's ready for the final question now? Tonight's final question is going to work a little bit differently. I know if you guys have played before, you're used to wagering. But tonight's final question is called List 5. And so this question has 5 correct answers. And for each correct one, you'll earn 3 points. But if you put an incorrect answer, you'll lose 3 points. And if you don't put an answer, you'll get 0 points. So if you only give us 3 and all 3 are correct, you can do the math. All right, so for the final question, I want you to name the 5 most recent Oscar Best Picture winners whose title's first word was the. Now remember, you will want to put it in the answer sheet, which will be provided in just a second in our chat box. And please refrain from putting the answers into the chat box. Although you guys have been awesome about that tonight. So here's the final question / list 5. And per usual, I'll give you guys maybe 3 minutes for this since final questions are tougher. But if you don't think you need that much time, just let me know. Thank you, Mark, for the brief scoring clarification. How do you guys like this format compared to the previous one of wagering and then just one big question? Good, I'm glad you like this. You guys have about 1 minute left to submit those answers. Did you think this was at least a tough question? If you've gotten those answers in? If not, keep thinking. It's okay, Remy, I'm really bad at movies. I don't think I would have gotten any of these. You guys have about 30 seconds to submit those answers through your answer form. Oh, thanks, Fern. Ten seconds left. The Room. I don't think The Room won any awards that were Oscars. All right, hope you guys got those answers in. As another reminder about our Sporcle Host Relief Fund, a lot of our hosts are great. I played Sporcle trivia for years before I became a host, and I don't think I would have become a host without them. So if you are feeling generous or you have a couple dollars to spare, go to PayPal, sporcle@gmail.com, or if you use Venmo, you can use the Venmo Sporcle-Inc. right there. But I know you're ready. Oh, and it's in the chat too. But I know that you're ready for the answers. So the final question. Here are the movies: The Shape of Water, The Artist, The King's Speech, The Hurt Locker, and The Departed. All right. I hope you guys found that challenging and fun. As another reminder, we're doing virtual trivia again, so if you really like our club trivia format, check it out. If you're curious about it and you haven't played it before, check it out too. It's awesome. It'll be a little different than this, a little bit more intimate, and you have the chance to win prizes. So you can go to sporklelive.com/virtual-trivia, and that link will probably be available in the chat box too. All right. Also, continue subscribing. If you guys, I should also let you know, because I'm sure you all want to know who won. we have to tally it up ourselves. We don't have a little robot doing it. So you will find out as soon as possible on the Sporcle Live Facebook page. So make sure you follow that as well. Any updates to our schedule you will find out if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So just another reason why you should subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed my show tonight. I'll be back next Tuesday. And have a good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves.